Hi, my name's Natalie Wieland and I'm going to present a case study that I've been doing at Melbourne Law School. So I've been teaching there for about 12 years, and one of my subjects that I teach is a master's orientation program, which is for people coming in to study at the Melbourne Law School who have a background from a civil law country, so they haven't actually got that common law background. So they spend a week in the orientation program and I teach in that program. Now, one of the key issues that I have is my students have varying levels of English. And so it's really hard to pitch my training. I can't make it too simplistic because I've got a lot of people from with legal backgrounds, but at the same time I can't go too technical because a lot of people miss it. So the case study that I wanted to share with you is what I've been doing is in each of my classes, at the end of the class, I go back to my desk and I grab my phone, so simply a phone like this, and I sit down and I film a summary of the class. And I answer the key questions that people might have got stuck on. For instance, this semester, one of the key issues people were having is understanding a jury. They just were simply blown away that we have the people who actually make the decision in a criminal case have no legal background. So we spent a lot of time discussing that, but I have to move on. So I went back to my desk and I just do this is the history of the jury, these are the key features, and this is why it's really important, and this is a pivotal part of our system. I then uploaded into the VidVersity platform, and what I've done for the semester, when they first started, I gave all of the students a share link. So I gave them this URL, and what happens is they get this. And this can be played on a phone or anywhere, and it's a summary of each week. And each week, whatever video I make, I just drop it into here. So I'll show you the first one, for instance, is literally me in Parliament.
Welcome 2019 semester 2.
So that's me in Parliament with my students in the background, welcoming them to the course. So that's us. We went on a tour of the city. I did a little filming of it and they get access to that. And then each week I just do little summaries. Or for something like this was quite an extensive subject we were covering. I actually filmed myself in class. And I filmed myself in the class and then I cut it up to a highlights reel. So this was a 2-hour class and that's an 8-minute, 22-second highlights reel of what we did in the class. So what am I doing here? Well, I'm giving the students an opportunity to revisit the content specific to them. It's not generic material that I've made for everyone, it's for that cohort, that group. It's the questions they asked. And I have found the engagement level has been extraordinary. I've been reviewing the data and I've noticed that they're constantly revisiting it. In fact, we're in November at the moment and I had a look the other day because it's now exam time, and I noticed that lots of the students are coming back in to collect and revisit that material and really consolidate their learning. And the other thing that I found really interesting in class is once the students get a hang of this is what's coming, I found in class time there's a lot less anxiety about getting the notes down and making sure I understand it. There's a lot more engagement in the class. We're really having a lot greater discussions because one is they've revisited the material during the week, but two, they've also they know that it's going to be there for them. And the general rule of thumb is I make it available within about 2 hours of the class, so it's really fresh. And just quickly, another thing that I do is under resources, I link to anything that I might want them to read or do. So inside the video, I have things going on. I might say, I want you to read this particular case, and I'll link to it in the video. So it's been an extraordinary experience. I had a lot of students up until I've been doing this for about 3 years, a lot of students coming to my class and then coming to my office afterwards, quite anxious and stressed, saying I didn't get that. Because as we know, learning is like a scaffolding. If you miss some fundamentals at the bottom, it's very hard to keep that learning going. So this has enabled them to come with me on the ride, and everyone has the opportunity to revisit the material if and when they need it. So that's an amazing case study that I just wanted to share with you all.